Can you hear me now? Okay. And... Okay, let me see if I can get the, uh, let's see. Just gotta get the properties to do the correct stuff. This one? There we go. Can you hear the music? Okay, cool. That means I can jump back into the game. I guess I'll restart the opening cinematic because there's actually story in that. But yeah, the opening cinematic kind of explains what the werewolves are and what they do.
The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. Three primal forces from which the world, Gaia, springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind. The balance between those three forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the earth. We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the Wild.
So that's actually the premises of the entire game. Right there. Interesting enough, this is based off of a tabletop game from the creators of Vampire the Masquerade.
Alright. They should be ready now. The best way to get Indran out of the region is to attack their bottom line. We have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here. Ludmilla, if you please.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps. That's our target. We tamper with the pumps and send dummy data to the system to make them think their oil field has run dry.
Will that really be enough?
According to the internal files I got my hands on, they treat unprofitable sites like gangrenous limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
How's that? Okay, cool. Now, one of the cool things that they did in this game is there's actual dialogue choices. So what, do you think the plan is too easy, or is the plan good? Okay. Play it safe?
I don't know. Even if we do manage to push them out, they'll only set up somewhere else. We need to hurt them, bring them down, not chase them away.
We've already talked about this, Cahal. They're too close to the cairn. If we stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did it. I don't want Indran's eyes on our home. Our best option is to work in the shadows.
But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on her own in enemy territory. I don't like it.
I'm going to be fine, Call. We've been preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the risks.
And if there's any sign of trouble, you and I go in and retrieve her. But I'd rather we stay covert. Ludmilla will have the easiest time on her own.
I'm heading out. I want to be done before daybreak. Take care of Adana while I'm away. I think she's going a little crazy all cooped up in here.
Don't worry, I'll talk to her. You just focus on your mission.
Call. I've got this. I love you. See you soon.
Now, see, one of the coolest parts about this game is the main character, Cahal, is a father and a husband. You don't get to see that in games very much. You barely see that in Hollywood at all.
Endron. One of the most destructive companies North America has to offer. Known for their violence and endless greed. If we left them to their own devices, they'd ravage this place till there was nothing left but dust.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. I'm not usually into the, hippie, save the planet kind of stuff. To me, there's no point in it. Yeah, and then the game breaks the family, right? But, see, there's a difference, though. In their world, there's an active force that, if this goes through, kills everything. In our world, that may or may not exist. They haven't done any research into it to actually say, yes, you know, if we pull all the oil out of the ground, then everything dies. In fact, for all we know, we're actually helping the planet because, you know, what happens when that oil touches a volcano or seeps into the core of the Earth? I mean, that would cause a major eruption across most of the planet.
We've been stuck in this cave for weeks studying Endron's movements. At least now we finally got a plan. I hope we're done here soon. I don't like thinking that Ludmilla's on her own, Rodko.
I understand. She's my sister, remember?
Oh yeah, and you're actually working with your, family as well. Like, your extended family. So let's see, should he have sent me to, or should he have sent Rafik? Probably should have sent me to.
And she's Adana's mother. I should be out there with her.
I gave it a lot of thought. Her chances of success are better if she's alone. It's as simple as that. If things don't go as planned, you can tear through as much Endron scum as you like to get her out. But for now, we stay put. Go. Rest while we wait.
Yeah. Well, actually, not everybody is a werewolf. See, his wife is actually a human. Because, so the way Werewolf the Apocalypse works is there's tiers of lycanthropy. So you can have a human born from two werewolves. Or you can have a... And then there's, like, the tiers of the lycanthropy as well, as in there's Krynos, which is your human hybrid. There's Lupus, which is just they turn into wolves and nothing else. And then, you know, you have your normal human form. Ooh. What?
Not looking forward to packing all this up tomorrow morning.
By the way, this here is the daughter. I can't talk to her yet, though. I have to talk to Ava.
Ava did an impressive job installing all this. I'll have to thank her for this later. Got everything squared away?
Not a lot to square away. All I'm doing is pressing a button once Ludmilla gets me hooked up. Still got a ways to go before I can do much more than that. If I tried to breach their network, they'd be on us in a second.
Says the woman who got her hands on their files. We'd never have been able to take the fight to Endron like this without you. Besides, you installed all of this on your own. Have faith in your abilities.
That's sweet, Cahal, but I just wish I could do more. But how are you doing? Talk to your daughter yet?
No, not yet. I'm just heading her way. Hey, how you doing?
I'm bored out of my mind. There's nothing to do here, and it's wet and miserable.
We're not on vacation, Adie. We're here for Gaia, for the cairn, and you're here to learn how we do things.
I know, but couldn't I have learned how we do things back at Tarker's Mill? It's not like you've got me helping out with the mission or anything.
Try connecting with the spirits. Feel their presence around you. The pain Endron's causing them. That connection makes you a Garu.
I'm trying. Believe me, but I just can't.
Don't worry. It's always harder before your first change. And if the change never comes, if you're human, like your mother, that's fine. She may not feel the spirits, but she's the finest infiltrator we have.
Why didn't you go with Mom anyway? She's all alone out there. If something happens to her...
I wish I could have. But Rodko wants us to keep a low profile. And there's no one better at that than your mom.
Rodko's a dumbass.
Hey, that's your uncle you're talking about. And the leader of our pack. You know it's his job to make those decisions. Everything will be all right, don't worry. Try to focus on the spirits. We'll be leaving this place soon.
And now I get to take a nap. Yeah, it's his brother-in-law, actually. So Ludmilla, the human, is Rodko's sister. So she's the daughter of two Garu. Cahal married into this pack. He's actually Irish. So I get to play an Irish werewolf in the United States.
Shit.
Cahal, wake up. We're gonna need you. A helicopter just touched down on the site's landing pad. Apparently it's some Endron exec. Their presence has shaken things up.
Tell me Ludmilla's okay.
She's okay. They've still got no idea she's on site. But their guard patrols have changed, and certain areas are locked down. And that includes the one Ludmilla's in.
So what's the plan now?
The mission's sunk. We go in there, get her out, and wait for things to quiet down. But to get her off site, the locked-off areas need to be manually unlocked. And Ludmilla's stuck on the wrong side.
Shit.
Fortunately, she has already secured a terminal. She'll guide you to her location over the radio. Go now. Bring her back. There's no time to waste. My sister needs you.
Ludmilla, I'm on my way.
Remember, stay out of sight. I'll open any door I have access to through their network. I've opened all the external ducts.
And yes, I'm using a trigger for this. So that's what we're dealing with. So this form is in particularly good at, yeah, I'm using a, controller. I got one for my computer. But this worm is in particular for sneaking around and going into vents.
The turbine room in the center of the site. You'll have to get here without being seen. The area you're passing through should be deserted right now, though.
See, it says I can do this. Ooh, distraction. Yeah, I barely get to use that, so... Because this is actually a stealth-based game.
Door's locked. Ava?
There's gotta be a terminal close by. Find it. Oh, and deactivate any cameras you see while you're at it.
Alright. Alright. And that's as simple as the hacking mechanic gets. See, I like how they did this, because as the wolf, I can't interact with doors or computers or anything.
Ludmilla, we've got a lot of company.
The arrival of the Endron exec has changed their setup. Tell me where you are.
I'm looking at the southern part of the outer fence. And a shit ton of guards. There's no way I'll be able to make a move without being seen.
Southern part of the outer fence. Got it. There. That should stop them for a few minutes. But if a guard does see you...
He won't live long enough to raise the alarm. They sold their souls to Endron. They don't get any mercy.
Hell of a time for a malfunction. I'll go check it out.
This guy I think I'm supposed to take out. Yep.
Any idea what could have caused it?
I don't care. Just want it fixed and fast. Some big shot just arrived on site. The folks upstairs want everything to be perfect.
And of course they don't see that. So this is basically a giant oil refinery that's sucking oil out of the earth. It's basically supposed to be a combination of like BP, Enron, stuff like that.
Hello there. I'm in the refinery.
Perfect. I'm not far now. Nearly at the passageway leading into it.
Alrighty.
Shit! Something's following me.
What is it?
I think it's a black spiral dancer. He's...
Ludmilla, just hold on. Fuck. Rodko.
I heard. No more sneaking around. We fight. Now go. I'll meet you with Rabin.
I'm done fucking around.
So now we get to the fun part. Yeah. They got the power of the werewolf right on this. And you get a healing factor. There you are.
I'll open that for you. Just watch out.
Okay, let's see. Ah, there it is.
Keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Attack! Reinforcement needed!
I think I should be able to. Ah, there.
Yeah, right? Against something that big?
Ludmilla!
Call. Tell 80.
No! Please, no!
Right?
No. Ludmilla. It's me, Cahal. Listen to me. Cahal.
Oh, damn it! No. You need to fight the rage. Oh, that's Rafik! Stop it! No! What have I done? Rafik. There's no time to mourn. We need to go.
He was a member of the pack that I just turned into a paste. So, what happened was, you saw that stuff coming out of me while I was raging? That's supposed to be the worm. Now, the Black Spiral Dancers are werewolves that have given into the worm. They're full of rage, they're full of greed, they're full of envy, that kind of stuff.
Just reported back to base. Not that there's anything to report.
No kidding.
Though I guess we've got a special guest coming tonight.
Yeah, an Endron rep, no less. She should be here soon.
You know they're hiring, right? Think you'd ever make the move to Endron? Hey! What the...
Oh yeah. Now, if only Cahal stuck around for that. He actually left shortly after. Because he can't be part of the pack while he's still kind of, ragey.
All clear, Dusk. We're good to go.
So right now, he's kind of operating on his own with, like, a few friends because he needs the network.
5 years ago, I abandoned the woods of Tarker's Mill. I abandoned my cairn. Endron killed my wife. I gave in to rage. The worm touched my soul. I had to leave my daughter. It was the hardest decision I ever made.
And in other news, Endron is joining the fight against global warming. The energy company today announced that their new biofuel will be hitting the market soon. This revolutionary new formula will be unveiled alongside the opening of their new headquarters in...
This exile was my only choice. I'd become a danger to my pack. I often wonder what's become of them. Of Rodko, of Ava, of 80. This is the closest I've been to Tarker's Mill in 5 years.
Cahal, we're here. You're up.
How much time do we have before they notice the guards on the outside have gone quiet?
They report in by radio every hour. That's our deadline for getting our hands on the explosives and getting out of here.
What do your clients intend to do with them anyway?
The Weatherstormers? They're planning on blowing up a big Magadon pharmaceutical plant.
Good fucking riddance. I know Magadon's methods. They're the scum of the earth.
And guess what? These explosives were originally headed to Endron, another megacorp of assholes. Stealing from them is just icing on the cake.
So, one thing about this world that they're in, the Vampire the Masquerade world and Werewolf the Apocalypse, I think it has an overworld name, but I don't quite know it. So when they talk about, mega corporations and stuff like that, they're talking about, like, the Judge Dredd corporations own everything. They own people. So, well, like, when he's talking about a medical one, they're probably doing human experimentation. Taking homeless people off the street, pumping them full of chemicals, that kind of stuff.
Let's go through the plan again, just to make sure everything's clear.
You've got to swap the delivery label on the crate of explosives intended for Endrin. You do that, and they'll load us up with smiles on their faces. All you've got to do is open the gate to their delivery bay for me. I'll create a diversion while you're exchanging the labels.
Got it. We'll have to play it tight, though. One hiccup and the plan falls through.
We'll have you sneak around back by their storage facility. Security should be pretty thin there, especially if you go through the ventilation ducts.
All right. I'm off.
Hey, before you go, are you sure you're up for this, man? You seem kind of stressed out back in the truck.
Just been a long time since I've been out this way. Brings back memories. Forget it. We've got a job to do.
Right. If you need me, I'm just a chirp away. Good luck, brother.
But yeah, basically she lost both her parents in that one thing, but it was also, like, he left for her safety, and if the game would have allowed it, or allows it, later on when you talk to her, you should tell her that you got touched by the worm and you were trying to make sure that you didn't become a black spiral dancer, like the thing that killed her mother. Now, to be fair, I played about that far ahead, and you don't get that option. So... okay. So much stuff. Yeah, it's the normal thing that happens in games like this.
I'm inside.
Good. Try to keep a low profile, would you?
They gotta have drama somehow, right?
Out to me, They're hiring and the pay's pretty good.
I'm sure it is. They're going toe-to-toe with a group of activists right now. Lambda Mankind. If I were you, I'd stay here. Keep your head down.
Nice.
I like the fact that it kind of auto-targets in on the guy if you're close enough. Like with your reticle, because you can actually aim your targeting reticle.
their new biofuel. They say they're going green by the end of the year.
The only thing green about that fuel's the label. It's the same shit with new branding. A marketing stunt.
Actually, it's so much worse.
They're not running the most attractive operation here.
Alright.
I mean, they're pumping out weapons for Endron, not selling timeshares. Looks probably aren't their priority.
I made it to the delivery bay.
Good. See that command post next to the gate? You should be able to open things up for me from there.
And you get a crouch run, which is something you don't get in many games.
Anybody that...
Should have picked another job. Dusk, you're up.
On it. Once I've got their attention, you go find what we came for and
Right?
slap on this fancy new delivery label. Got it?
What are you talking about? There's no pickup on the schedule.
Well, check it again. I gotta be on there. You really think I'd drive all the way out to the ass end of nowhere if I didn't have a pickup?
All right. But I'm gonna have to search that truck. Then we'll see about that pickup.
Knock yourself out.
And at any time, I can do this. Although that's not suspicious at all. I gotta wait for him to move. He's at the proper position to see me. Actually, I could.
Hello?
Hello.
According to the intel we received, the crates of explosives should be stored around here. All right, Dusk. The delivery label's been switched.
It's time for us to get the hell out of Dodge.
Bottom left.
Wait. I smell something. Give me a minute to check it out.
Oh, you mean the orb thing on the bottom left? It is my rage meter. Oh goody, they have mechs. And a lot of silver. Let's see. 7,000, 9,000, 11,000, 12,000, 14,000 rounds of silver. In different calibers. So let's see. Because you might not be able to read this. Keep the silver rounds to the one side for the moment. The client hasn't paid the boss yet. Orlov has ordered that nothing be delivered until the invoice is paid. Order CJU 657, and then it's just different calibers and units. So 22 silver, or 22 caliber silver, 3,000 units, and then it just goes down to 4,000 and all that.
I knew I smelled it. Silver. Whoever ordered this intends to kill Garou.
Dusk. They're shipping out silver bullets. You know what that means.
Change of plans?
Change of plans. I need to find out who's buying these bullets and why. Buy me some more time.
Now we're talking.
The sad part is that mech is about the size of my Krynos form. Which is the full-on werewolf kind of thing.
So, who's the lady the boss is meeting with upstairs? She's from Endron, here for the special order. The silver bullets? Who even uses that shit? Is she picking up some golden guns while she's at it? You know what they say, the client is king, especially when the client's name is Endron.
Oh wait, this goes this way, doesn't it? Yeah.
Shipment's loaded. How are things on your end?
Shouldn't be much longer.
Although they might get suspicious if they see me crouching in an elevator. Also, who makes an elevator without an elevator cam?
Waiting.
Oh, paying, clearly. You're not getting anything until Endron is paid up. You can tell that to your President Watkins in person.
I don't think you understand what's at stake.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh, I understand that you've just been attacked and you're looking to hit back. I also understand that you need our ammunition to do that. And we've got that ammunition right downstairs, ready and waiting to go as soon as you've paid us. Sorry, Major. The business is business.
Well, fuck you two. Then we'll attack Tarker's Mill.
T-pose to assert dominance.
Rest assured, Mr. Watkins will hear about this.
Tarker's Mill.
Hey!
You and I need to talk.
Who are you? How'd you get in?
I'm asking the questions. Who are you talking to? The woman! And what's this attack on Tarker's Mill?
I'm calling security.
Try it and it'll be the last thing you ever do. The attack. When is it happening?
How am I supposed to know? Tonight? Tomorrow? Endron doesn't exactly share that sort of info. Besides, it's not like I ask them for details. I just give them the toys and let them play.
An elevator camera.
Likes me so much. Come on now. I've answered your questions, but I'm a busy man. I've got things to do. Let's put a stop to this little farce. I advise you to stay put while I call my guard. This is your one chance to walk out of here alive, so I wouldn't waste it if I were you.
Yeah. Should I just kill him? Yeah, so in America, most elevators have cameras inside of them, so we can see, like, if somebody gets on but doesn't, like, get off, or if they attack somebody in an elevator because it's an enclosed room, we can actually see what's going on. Yes to kill? Okay. Oh, right.
Now, die.
Oh.
Bollocks. Security, alert!
Harker's mill. My old cairn. Adana. I have to go back.
And I just unlocked the ability to level. So let's see. I'm gonna go with better heals first. So I just got regenerative metabolism. After healing, the Krynos will now keep restoring extra health if I hit enemies. So the more people I hit in the face, the more I get to heal up.
Dusk.
What the fuck are you doing, Go? I just had to pop a couple guards who wanted to put a bullet in my head. Get the fuck back here already.
Sorry, but I didn't have a choice. Keep the engine running. We're out of here as soon as I get back.
So that's basically the collectibles that let me power myself up more. And something to fill my rage meter. Whiskey! Which makes the fact that he's Irish all the better. Yeah. I'm more surprised that the crossbow on his hip grows in and out of him. But that just seems to be a werewolf thing. Camera off, camera off. So, the rage meter is... You remember how in the end of that werewolf versus werewolf fight, he went all... tentacle-y? That's what the rage meter does.
The alarm went off in the boss's office, but I'm not getting any response from that sector.
So, this is explaining that I can go and do this.
Maximum alert until the situation's clear.
Whee!
Stay alert. We've got a killer in our midst. Keep your eyes open.
What? Someone collect.
Gun intruder. We've got a killer in our midst.
Additional men needed right now!
Come on. Darn.
So much for the stealthy approach.
Yeah, but Cahal, stealthy is less fun. Right? Oh, this was the first door I went in. Let's see, what should I get next? Let's see. Kurnos can now rush forward, slashing everything in its way. It's actually not that bad. Oh, no interruptions when I'm raging. That's nice. Yeah, right? I mean, it's like the crossbow goes off right next to your head. Was that the wind? Let's see. Ooh, that one. Dash attack while in midair.
No reply from the delivery bay either. Shit, what's going on?
What was that?
That was nothing.
Nada. Security breach! What? Intruder!
Oh, shoot. I'm invulnerable in animation. Oh. Ow. Did he just... Come back here. Oh. I hate those sniper guys, because if you notice, I wait for the beam, and then I dodge, and they still hit me. Oh, it's locked. Did I use... I didn't.
Trespasser sighted.
I don't like this. There's an intruder in the area. Be careful. Let's find the son of a bitch. Watch out. He could be close.
Intruder!
Oh. enough enemies. Yeah, I mean, there's some areas where, like, if you get spotted, it's an auto-fail. But, I mean, if you can kill everybody as a werewolf, why wouldn't you?
Where are we headed?
Tarker's Mill.
And to be fair, I first did that entire section with just stealth, so... Yeah, right?
We're too late. Engine is already here.
What do we do?
Stop the truck.
What's even down there?
My home. Dusk, stay out of this.
Wait! Call!
Rodko! Rodko, they've cleared our northern line. They have an exo.
We'll take care of the wounded later. We have to stop them.
Let's go! Move! Over there!
Now it's a werewolf versus mech.
Right.
Rodko.
You'll regret that. Clever boy.
So, considering the prosthetic, has she been disarmed twice? Yes. That's the girl from The Office.
Tell me, where's Adana?
Don't worry, Cahal. Your daughter didn't fight this battle.
How are your wounds?
Riddled with silver. They'll take days to heal. But things would have been far worse if you hadn't stepped in.
I just did what I had to do. Nothing more.
I honestly never thought I'd see your face again. Why'd you come back, Cahal?
I was worried about Adana. When I heard
Right?
that Karen was being targeted, I had to come back for her. You know I couldn't stay. Not after what I did to Rafik.
I told you that your rightful place was at my side. That what you had done could be forgiven. But no. You chose to abandon us. Me, the Cairn, your daughter.
Where is she, Rodko?
With Ava. Working undercover at the biggest Indran site in the Pacific Northwest. The best option.
He has a lot of
available
rings
to
on
us
his
after
finger.
The failure of our last mission.
Your last mission? What do you mean?
You remember the old abandoned mine not far from here? Indran bought it and turned it into a training center for their new recruits. I launched an attack to wipe them out, but Tank Girl stopped us. The woman you saw in the exo during the attack, she drove us back.
Tank Girl, you call her. I encountered her during my last mission. She was trying to buy silver bullets from an arms dealer. That's where I learned she was planning an attack on the cairn.
Major Grainer. That's the name her men give her. But to us, she's Tank Girl. And she leads Endron's troops with about as much grace. Their attack on the cairn was their first wave of revenge for our attack on the training center. We managed to repel them this time, but it's only a temporary victory. They might return at any moment. And Endron just keeps recruiting soldiers.
Then we've got to go back to the mine and destroy their training center. It's the only way to buy the cairn any sort of safety, no matter how brief.
Go back? No. Not until I'm well again. Then we can strike.
So, would you like to know more? Or should I just offer to help?
I'll take care of that goddamn training center myself. You know I can handle it on my own.
No. You're no longer a part of this pack. It's my responsibility.
And how long will it take for you to get better? Days? Weeks? If they return, the cairn will fall.
Huh. I'll think about it. Go pay your respects to your Fen and come back to me. Then we'll talk about the mine.
But first, I loot everything I can.
They killed my son.
He's lost a lot of blood. I don't know if he'll make it through the night. Has anyone told his wife yet?
She's gone. She bled out just before they shot him.
Okay. Rodko, we can't make any progress on the biofuel. Endron owns the exclusive patent, and its composition is held secret within the company. Nobody in Adina's team has any information on it. We will have to go and get the data directly from the lab servers, but the place is under high security. Adina can't go there without the risk of her being detected, and I can't help her. We have to find a way of getting our hands on that data. We'll return to the cairn soon to talk to you about it, Ava.
This letter must have been sent just before the attack on the cairn.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like little little things like that that you have to find. Let's see, anything in here? Oh, right. Spirits. Let's see, read. Now, I could also just let you read this when we go back through the game, or if you go through the VOD as well. Which would you prefer? Should I spend time on it, or should I like wait a few seconds to give you time to pause and then do that? Okay.
That was 2 years ago now.
Okay, that should be enough time.
Your mother would have been so proud.
Alright.
Following in her mother's footsteps.
Like I said, there are a lot of these.
Ludmilla used to say the same thing.
Okay.
Hey, Cahal. It's good to see your face again.
The cairn is in a bad way.
Dusk, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to keep clear.
You really thought I'd leave you behind like that? You should know me better than that by now. Besides, looks like you need all the help you can get. And I really don't want to lose my front row tickets to the Cahal show.
Yeah, right? It's like, why is it all over the place if it's supposed to be her diary? Then again, you know, they don't seem to really have books, but why not put it on, like, a data pad or something?
Thanks, Dusk.
Okay, yeah, no. Thanks sounds real weird coming out of you. Put that shit away.
Well, if you really want to help.
I'll go look after the injured. I rang the weather stormers and asked them to lend us a hand, too. Don't worry about me. You just do what you gotta do.
Hang on. Oh.
Good to see you made it through okay.
Thanks in no small part to you. I'm glad you came back, Cahal.
Lambda Mankind really helped us out too. We're lucky to have them with us.
So, Lambda Mankind is the humans, and then you have the Guru, who the humans are helping out. Okay. Alright.
It's true. Rotko did change when he became pack leader.
And another one. And good.
Adana was only a few days old when Ludmilla wrote this letter.
Oh.
Those bastards. Kitamona. How could they?
Silver. That's what killed her. They had 3 snipers trained on her. She never had a chance.
And here, I can run around as a puppers.
Agnes didn't even know how to fight. He was a spirit healer, a caretaker of children.
Endrin doesn't show anyone mercy. And we won't either.
Ceres? But how? She was in the back, tending to the wounded.
It's all my fault. They had a sniper. I just couldn't take him out in time.
And I think there's one more letter down here.
Rotko must have written this when he lost his sister.
Okay. Right? That would help a lot, wouldn't it? Other than you're trying to make an armor that's like like they would have to put it on them after they transform, otherwise it would be too big for the human part of them. And remember, their clothes disappear in human form, so it's like, well, they can't be wearing anything before they transform, and after they transform, it's usually a bit late to put armor on them.
It has been many a year since I last felt your presence, warrior of Gaia.
It's been nearly as long since anyone called me that.
Your cairn needs you, and the wild has need of your protection. The Eater of Souls is fighting with all his might to take control of it. And he is winning. The corruption takes many forms, but the effects are always the same. You must help us fight back.
Would you like to know more? Also, it's a giant bird's nest on a human's body. Okay.
Tarker's Mill looks nothing like it did when I left. Yet you still protected the forest with everything you had. Your strength, your aura. What happened to them?
As Gaia weakens, so too do I. The Englings, the Jacklings, the Gafflings, they all suffer in kind. The Eater of Souls tries to corrupt them.
But they're minor spirits.
They are every bit as important as you or I. But in my weakness, I must look on, powerless to act, as they disappear. Which is why we need your help.
And now I let him continue.
You must help me to combat the worm, to protect the wild.
I came back to find my daughter. Have you seen her?
Agana, a dear friend, and always respectful of nature. You fear for her safety, then? She, too, is fighting for Gaia, in her own way. But do not worry. You both walk the same path. You will find each other in time. To fight your battles, you will need power. Power I can provide by helping you develop your warrior gifts.
Thank you, Ifen.
You may find lost spirits during your travels. Return them to me, and I will be able to strengthen your natural abilities. One last request before you depart. Many of your kin fell in combat. I would ask you to bury them. You will find their bodies both inside and around the cairn. Your penumbra vision will show you the way. Soothe their souls and send them to me, so that they may travel to the wild without being captured by the
I will if I can. But my priority is Endron's training center.
Yeah, right?
The forces of the worm there, but never forget your brothers and sisters. Gaia needs you.
Well, luckily there's only like 5 spirits that I have to look for.
The forest shrinks a little more each day.
Huh. There's the body I was looking for.
Ceres, Gaia thanks you for your sacrifice. Now go. Yfen is waiting for you.
Save the forest, Cahal. Drive out the worm.
I hope Rodko's changed his mind.
And that guy's always there too. It's kind of cool. Ah, there it is.
You deserve to rest at last, Magnus. Go to Yfen. He's waiting.
Ah, Cahal. It's good to see you, old friend. Take care of the care.
And the next one is up there. I hate that you can't move and use this site at the same time.
Kitamona, return to Yfen. The cairn is safe.
Thank you, Cahal. Take care of those who remain.
Oh. Yeah, so as you can tell, this is the hub. Yeah, it is, right? Like, it is extremely sad what happened here. And, I mean, like I said, I'm not all into that, into the hippie save the trees kind of stuff, normally. But this game has a pretty decent storyline, and again, in their world, it actually matters what they're doing. It's not all hyperbole and politics. It's literally, if they let these people continue, everything dies.
I went to see Fen. He's gotten so weak. Please, Rotko, let me help you. Let me deal with this training center.
Why is it that you care now, Cahal? We were so easy to ignore when we went right in front of you. What? You want to be part of the pack again?
Yeah,
I want to help the pack. I want to protect Adana.
But you don't intend to rejoin us.
I've already given in to rage and killed one of our kin, Rodko. I can't take the risk of doing it again.
You already know I disagree. Nonetheless, we are united by those we mourn. So I'll accept your help.
So what can you tell me about this so-called training center?
Ava managed to get a hold of the mine blueprints to help us prepare for our previous attack. The site's weak point is its power supply. They apparently haven't had the time to give it a proper upgrade. The whole thing is powered by one big propane tank, just like it was when it was a mine.
I see. So if I blow up the tank, the whole mine will cave in, taking the training center with it. Then we'll need explosives. You'll be happy to know I didn't come back empty-handed.
I'm aware. I met your new friend, Dusk, right? He gave me the explosives you two stole. We've still got a problem, though. You don't know the layout of the site, and I'm too injured to go with you. Huh. I don't like touching this stuff, but I suppose I'll use Ava's radio equipment to guide you. That should do the trick.
Perfect. So we'll stay in radio contact.
Take the explosives and go. Good luck, Cahal.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. There's, like...
Dusk, my friend, I owe you.
It's just like Final Fantasy, if you ever played that game. In Final Fantasy, they're literally bleeding the lifeblood of the planet to power their Mako reactors and their weapons and stuff. And they're using Mako, which is basically the planet's life force, to do it, and they know that it's going to kill the planet. They just don't really care.
Go, Fiona Warrior, and survive.
Leandra, be at peace. I will protect the cairn. Go to Efen.
Of course, Cahal. I'm glad I got to see you. One last time.
And I just noticed something that's not good. Are those candles, like, just sitting on the ground in a forest? I mean, the torches I get, they don't move and they don't melt. But candles? Really?
Your eyes open. If any of those assholes show themselves, just fire. Not.
Iron Wind, your struggle is over. Efen is waiting for you.
Cahal, keep fighting. Protect the cairn for me.
You know, it's kind of sad. I'm supposed to be, like, respecting the dead and all that. And yet the game gives me no resistance walking over bodies. Well, yeah, remember, the worm was, or is a spirit, just like your Ven, just like Gaia and all that. It was part of the natural order that went insane. Because it touched, if I recall correctly, the worm touched Oblivion, the kind of stuff where vampires and stuff like that comes from. And touching that made it hungry for everything.
They're currently recruiting at their training center.
Then, perhaps I need to enlist.
So, we're literally like 100 feet from these guys. I did not check to see if there was anything up here last time I came. Oh, this is the solar panel area.
No, not Iron Wind 2. What happened to him?
Fucking tank girl happened. Burst to the head point blank.
I told him we were going fishing tomorrow.
Thanks for all your help during the attack.
One more note. And I have to go turn in that quest anyway, so. Okay. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Now, Puffer's form.
Hello, Cahal.
Was that you? Yeah, that was you. What's in here? Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Old notes from Ava, before she created Lambda Mankind.
How many did you lose?
Cahal, I'm glad you're back. And we lost a lot of good people today. We're lucky it wasn't worse.
But with half our survivors wounded, another attack would be the end of us.
My Irish brethren. But that was a lifetime ago.
I love how smooth the transitions are, too.
Thank you, Gall, for returning your Garu kin to my side. Their souls are now at peace. Now go, fight the worm and all who serve it.
Time to get the next health upgrade. And then the next one is 4 points, so. Oh yeah, I forgot to read you what that does. So, a healing will now blow enemies back. The Krynos now has additional health. Suppose you could call that a standing light. Heh, I'm stumped.
You hear the internal motto around here?
The cost of the fine is always less than the cost of compliance.
Bingo. Won't see that one in their ads.
You here to enlist?
Absolutely.
That's the spirit. Did you register on our website?
Nah, I prefer to do things in person.
Can't say I blame you. What's your name?
Cahal Phil.
Cahal Philin. Hell of a name. There you go. You're on the list. All right then. Go report to the instructor for testing. He's in the warehouse. Oh, and one last thing. Looking at you, it's pretty obvious you've done some time. Try not to mention that. The instructor hates ex-cons.
I wonder if it's the tattoos that gave it away.
Control, I've got a candidate for you.
Welcome. If you're looking to sign up, you have to talk to the instructor. Head over to that building in the courtyard.
Okay. You know the most hilarious thing, though? You see that symbol on his back? That's the symbol for Krynos.
Caught one of Endron's new ads on TV last night. They've even got a brand new slogan. Greener action serving the biosphere.
Damn. There's nothing they won't greenwash, huh?
Tell me about it. Couldn't be further away from their actual motto.
wait, they're... Like, I know the answer, but I'm supposed to... So one thing, like, really clever thing they did in this game, it's sometimes the...
If you're selected for our sniper training program, you'll be given one of these. High-precision rifles with computer-assisted sights. The laser will lock to the target, and the rifle will adjust your aim automatically. All Endron snipers are equipped with helmets that interface with this system. That means your rifle will see what you see and compensate for any human error.
Cool. But, the different conversations actually
Tough
affect
enough.
things.
You might just get yourself assigned to the assault regiment, which means you get to use one of these babies. A state-of-the-art pump-action rifle with a holographic sight. And that's not all. Everyone in the assault regiment is fully equipped with highly protective armor plating. Put that on, and you could take on a tiger barehanded and walk away without a scratch.
That part I didn't hear before, but... Yeah, parts of those conversations that I just heard walking by, like the hidden motto and stuff like that, actually come up in this immediate next part, which I find kind of cool.
I'm here to be recruited.
You? How'd you make it through the physical without breaking a hip? All right, Gramps. Let me just find you on the list here.
I signed up at the entrance. Cahal Philin.
Ah, right. Here you are. Now let's get down to business. You ready for the interview?
I'm ready.
Let's start with a technical question then. Our assault troops are equipped with a new type of pump-action rifle. What kind of sight is it equipped with?
It's equipped with a holographic sight.
A holographic sight.
That's right. Let's talk Endron now. The company has an internal motto for those in the know. Can you tell me what it is?
The cost of the fine is always less than the cost of compliance.
That's the one. Sounds like you're gonna fit right in. Some guys roll on in complaining about the company not having a moral code. Screw them. Okay, enough of this paper-pushing bullshit. I know a combat vet when I see one. Welcome to Endron's training program. Head over to the waiting room. Someone will come get you new recruits in a few minutes.
Understood.
I love how the guy at the gate is like, well, you're obviously an ex-con, and the guy inside is like, well, you're ex-military.
Test just like that. Well done. They want to make you wait. We don't have time for that. You should see a command post overlooking the waiting room. They'll have a computer inside and a service door leading into the mine. That computer will allow you to open the service door and cut communications with the lower floor. And the people here won't know what's going on in the training center.
I love how he's standing, like, 10 feet from a guard with his fingers in his ear because he has a radio. Oh yeah, he kind of does, you know,
Wait
grungy.
Here. Our training center is in the middle of an old mine. One of our officers should come by to escort you soon.
Just using the loo. Whiskey. Don't need the whiskey. Door. Left. But yeah, he does look like both, and that's kind of... I find it interesting that they put the time in to have that dialogue like that. Because, you know, I've been around combat vets with my dad and stuff, and they do kind of look like that, but so do a lot of, like, ex-cons and stuff. One more point to spend. Yeah. Well, it's also a lot of combat vets have tattoos, and you know they tend to wear kind of grungier stuff. And
What the? Sound the alarm!
darn it, he wasn't there the first time. There he is. Wait, how'd I kill him? Okay. You know, that should never be a question. It's, how did I kill that man?
I'm in the mine.
The propane tank's at the center of the site. There should be a service door that leads there.
Damn. Cross your fingers we're gonna be part of the team for the next attack.
Nailed him.
Okay. They all just went to sleep. And the reason I did that was because there's probably another plant around here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Also, see, I can do stealth. I just don't really do peaceful. don't think they meant to do it, but I think that might be a Star Wars reference. Because Obi-Wan Kenobi drops down in front of General Grievous and is like, "Hello there." Camera off, camera off. And then into puppy mode.
You are about to undergo a state-of-the-art treatment. Transform you from a flabby disappointment to a hardened killer. Once your training is over, you'll be outfitted with the best equipment that money can buy. Before you begin, you'll be given a checkup by our medical staff. During this comprehensive checkup, reserved for the entered elite.
Hello? I've got eyes on an intruder.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, I guess that happened.
What? Area compromised.
Oh, that's what I did. Apparently I'm so strong, just by swinging my arm, I create a shockwave that kills people.
I see the tank.
You're going to have to cut through the medical sector to get there.
Alright. But before we continue, didn't mean to turn into the dog, I need to use the restroom real quick. If you want to get something to drink or if you're getting tired, let me know now. Because, I mean, I can end it. I just hit another checkpoint. But, yeah, I'll be back in about a minute.